Leviticus begins at the bottom of Mount Sinai, where God's redeemed people are encamped around a central place of worship, church. In chapter 1, we read that Moses has been given clear commands on how to build a society that glorifies God, church. These rules were designed to separate God's people from the world, to make them holy, to create a sacred assembly that promoted love and life. Church. These rules that we find in Leviticus were the ultimate leveller. Regardless of status, everyone was accountable to them under God. Church. What is interesting is that God's commands could only be obeyed in practice through divine community. Yet when broken through the selfish act of an individual, the burden was theirs to bear alone. They were cut off from community. Their sin caused isolation. Each law in Leviticus points us to Messiah, Jesus the Christ, who fulfilled every law perfectly, whilst taking onto himself the consequences of our failure to do so. On the cross, Jesus was cut off, isolated, and damned outside of the city gates, so that in him we can be reconciled back to God and to each other. Church. To claim to be a Christian and not be part of the local church is to choose to bring upon yourself the punishment and isolation that your sin deserves. It is to voluntarily treat yourself as unclean. It is to choose to follow the path of the leper. Christ died to reconcile you back to God. He died to bring you into community with his people. Church. Christ did not endure pierced hands and feet and a crown of thorns in his head for you to live outside of the camp. He died to redeem us, and in new resurrection life, he invites you with great joy to come and join us in worship and praise. Be one with God and with each other. Sin scatters, grace gathers, Christians go to church.